Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are playing Orzhov Tokens, and it's featuring a few new cards from the new Wilds of Eldraine set. Are you interested to see how the new cards work? Are you interested to put out a bunch of little dudes and swarm your way to victory? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, Smell-O-Vision users. Insert your nose tubes now, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Film before live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, simply entitled Orzhov Token. Orzhov Token, hosted by nobody in particular. That's not a name. It's just there's no name associated with it. So find the link in the description below to the actual page on Aether Hub if you're interested in this deck. But otherwise, there it is right in front of you, right here. All right, so what we're going to do is very quickly, we're going to go through the cards in this deck, and then we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. So what do we got here? We got a chump that allows you to go get a land and then puts it in your hand. If you happen to have 3 different dudes of different powers, you can transform her into a 3/3 lifelink. This one allows you to go through their hand and put something aside and make them pay 2 more for it. If you could crack open the egg, you get an enchantment that at the beginning of your end step, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that attacked this turn, and you can sacrifice it to give hexproof indestructible to all of your creatures. That's a good card. Great card right there. Go for throat, creature kill, creature and planeswalker kill. At the beginning of your end step, if you have one or more creatures died this turn, you may distribute life. You may gain life and distribute that many +1/+1 tokens amongst creatures. That's a grower and a life gainer. This does exiles target non-land permanent, but you got to sacrifice something to be able to do it. But for cheap, this one will destroy target non-land permanent. We got a lot of good non-land permanent stuff going on there. Let's get rid of that stuff. Gives them a 1/1 instead. You know, that is a fantastic card. It's fantastic. All right, Tocasia's welcome. Whenever one or more creatures of value of 3 or less enter the battlefield, you draw a card. Only happens once. I'm not sure this is that great of a card. I only get 1 card per turn. That kind of stinks. But, you know, people play with it. There's 4 of them in here. That's rough. All right, Wedding Announcement puts out a chump every turn. At the end of 3 turns, you get a +1/+. You get a Glorious Anthem that gives +1/+1 to all your creatures, making them stronger. So with all the little dudes you put out, then they become buffed. If you try to attack with more than 2 creatures, you draw a card instead. So you got a little bit of card draw potentially. Archangel Elspeth puts out a 1/1 white soldier with lifelink. You could again give it 2 more +1/+1 counters, turn it into an angel, and give it flying. And then -6, return all non-land permanent cards with a mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And you got a bunch of that stuff. Wandering Emperor jumps out, chops somebody's head off. Other than that, you put out Samurais and make them bigger with first strike for the end of turn. Edgar comes out as a 4/4. He's a vampire lord, meaning all the vampires get +1/+1 while he's out there with his milkshake in the yard. If he dies, he goes to the graveyard, at which point he starts putting out 1/1 white and black vampire babies with lifelink. And then he comes back after 3 of that happens. Let's see, the Kamigawa White Dragon, Flying in Vigilance. You can look at the top 7 cards. When it dies, you look at the top 7 cards of your library and put back any number of permanents, non-land permanents with total mana value of 4 or less into the battlefield. Or you can choose to put 2 +1/+1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature. If you got a bunch, that could be fantastic. Elspeth Resplendent. Got a lot of Elspeth going on here. Puts out Popo counters and an ability on up to 1 target creature. And then you can look at your library and put creatures onto the battlefield. There's a shield counter on it, as long as they're weenies. And at -7, you can put out 5 3/3 white angels with flying. Sunfall wipes the board and gives you a pod baby equal to the number of creatures that were exiled that way. Virtue of Loyalty has an adventure where you can make a 2/2 white knight with vigilance. And for 5, you get an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, you put a Popo counter on each creature you control. Untap those creatures. That is such a fantastic card. Like, I don't understand why we have one of those and 4 of these. It should be more like one of these and, I don't know, 3 of these. Is that the deal? 1, 5, 1, and then 4 of these. Yeah, this is way better than that. All right, Farewell wipes the board of everything except for Planeswalkers and battles, I guess, at this point. Virtue of Persistence, and another incredibly good adventure card from Wilds of Eldraine. -3, -E, and you gain 2 life, which is great. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Totes Magotes, that is definitely the way to go, but it costs 7. That's a little rough. So maybe only 2 of those, even though we only have 1 in the deck right now. And there's a Kaya, also 7, hexproof. Each opponent, you got a vampire effect for 3. She doesn't look like a vampire to me. Draw 2 cards, then each opponent scries 1. And exile target creature enchantment. If it wasn't an aura, it becomes a token that's a copy of it, except for it's also a 1/1 white spirit with flying. So lots of great stuff. Putting on lots of little tokens, buffing them up, life gain, some removal. Yeah, this could be good. I'm really looking forward to the Wild of Eldraine's cards that are in here. So let's take this out and see if we can make it work. But before we do, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. We're playing against Julian Exterita, etc. There we go. Julian etc. Spelled completely the wrong way. Keep. Let's shut up the dragon when we have the opportunity. Anything we play for low doesn't look like it, so let's just put that out. That looks like a good idea. Let's do the same thing. Oop, except I play the slow one. Alright, what's this guy up to? Alright, 3, let's announce a wedding. You can actually go gunning after that guy? That's how we sack it. Alright, that'll be fine. You can play that guy as an instant. First strike. Is this guy playing like a Super Friends deck or something? Nothing. All right, we're down to our last guy. And he's dead. What are we pulling here? Let's take a look at his hand. He probably has enough mana to cast whatever he needs. Yeah, that's super. And we're out. Now we just got to get guys. This is going to be great. We have to get guys out. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And we immediately win somehow. Victory! Alright, we're playing against Eric the Third. Your dude's junk is showing. Alright, number 2. What does this thing do? It's not going to help us at all. Alright, let's go take a look at his hand. This guy's the worst. Let's do that. That and the Graveyard Trespasser were not going to be my friends here. I have a guy. All right, nice. What are we looking at here? 3/3 until the end of turn. I gain 2 life. Sure, let's do that. We need to get our hands on some more mana. A lot of it. Do you need to be shut up? Alright, gone. Sacred non-land I don't have any non-land permanents, man. Alright, Wandering Emperor. And we're going to take 3 life for this one, but at least he's not going to gain it. There goes Kaya. What am I up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 7 for that. Oh, I should have given up the other. Oh well. I just didn't realize that the, yeah, exactly. That is a non-land permanent that we own up there. Alright, come on! That guy's flashing back. Well, I guess that's what we're playing. And see, you really should kill him. See, I don't have it now. I can't not do anything to save myself at this point. All right, we do have a little life gain. That's good. We got a couple of chumpers. And there's the last of it. All right, half of the trouble is gone. Still got our chumpers. We need one more mana to start pulling guys back from graveyards, which would be cool. Not that I have much in mind, but he does have a lot in his. Yikes. All right, by the power of Grayskull. Run on in there, my friend. Alright, Virtue of Loyalty is rocking it right now. He's going to bring back our pal, the Obliterator. All right, we're back up to 19. All right, down to 8. We're getting someplace. And they're getting beefy. Hopefully he doesn't have another fight on him. We can win right now. Oh, too bad. All we need is a creature kill. Come on, creature kill. Creature removal. You can do it. That is not it. Down to 2. I don't know where this is going. He's playing like he's going to be winning this thing. All right, we're at 2. Oh, there you go. Get yourself down to 1. All right, we're looking good. He definitely has a lot more cards. And we win! Suck it, Eric the Third. In your face. All right, we're playing against Threve. That's what he really looks like. That's a home pitcher. Keep it. All right, what can we do here? Let's play this guy because it's always slow. What do I got there? Blackback? Okay. I'm putting this one out just in case we could do value persistence. These new adventure cards are fantastic, by the way. Wedding announcement! Ooh, I didn't realize he was playing blue up there as well. Alright, putting out the slow. Going for the kill. Let's just see if he tries to counter that thing. What's he playing on me here? Royal Roll, which gives it what? Ward? Yeah. I can't block it, man. You can come and attack. Do whatever you want. You're looking at your cards. Oh, that's a sorcery. Has he got another one in it? And all in. Alright, 2 beefy dudes. He's just bypassing my guys. He doesn't seem to care at all. Ooh, how does he get 2 of them out? Alright, I can Wandering Emperor those guys. I can just do that after he attacks. Let's just go ahead and put out the Dawn Sky. Attacks. I'm surprised we haven't gotten to be able to play Toskia's Welcome at any point. What do these guys do? This spell costs... 6/7. All right, let's give this a shot. Down to 12. Okay, we can go ahead and Rite of Oblivion him next turn, provided that Wandering Emperor stays alive. I don't think he's going to waste it on the Wandering Emperor. He is! Okay, no blocks. All right, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 4s is what I've got. This will wipe out that other guy. I should probably do it. Let's go for the attack first. All right, Rite of Oblivion. Put that out. You can easily cast both next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. All right, we also got lethal. He's only got 2 cards. What does the Elusive Otter do? This can't be blocked. He's got prowess. He grows. Okay. I remember when there used to be some sort of like crab or something that was being played with those colors. What the heck does that do? You just pump it, huh? And we win. All right, just want to make sure. Victory! All right, playing against sToRmZzIn. 2 mana. All right, let's see. What do we got here? I am not a fan. Let's mulligan this thing. Okay, that's much better. And let's roll off. Oh, I really like Value Persistence, but... All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Nope. All right, we can take out a creature. That does not look like a creature. All right, we're taking the slow boat, apparently. This guy's trying to ramp. And we're good. All right, we got a 1-1 out. You gonna wipe the board? Yeah, I'd do that. Totes my goats. I know you can wipe us out at any point. I should probably try choking things back here a little bit. All right, well, that's gone. One, two, three, four, five, six. Here's number 7. We got any good guys to bring back? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I supposed to do. All right, White Knigget. That guy's just, he's a 3-4, man. Oh, 4-4, okay. That guy. And he's getting stronger. And we win! In your face, Charlie Brown. Our opponent against Fat Punk. And it's a good ghost. What are we pulling here? Slow land, fast land, underground land. All right, we're winning. I'll take that one, thank you. All right, 3. What is better? Let's do Tocazia's Warning. No attacks. Or welcome. What do? We just draw a card, huh? All right. Those guys are just laying it out. All right, wedding announcement. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Man, somehow I pushed the same button twice wrong. And of course. All right, well, I got to kill that thing and then wipe the board. Got a lot of wiping the board to do. All right, we're going to have a couple chumps. That's good. All right, all we have to do is see if he... We'll just see what we got going on. We'll just try to minimize the damage. We're going to be Sunfall in it, so... Yeah, flood the board, baby. That's what I'm looking for here. That is a pretty decent guy right there. Wonder Twin power. Let's just let it go. And we win! In your face, fat punk. Victory. Alright, so here we are with the Orzhov token. And yeah, that was pretty cool. Let's see, the big things we learned here was that Virtue of Loyalty, fantastic. Putting out the White Knight token, sure, whatever. You know, it's an adventure. It's not the most adventurous of the adventure, but just the Virtue of Loyalty, man, that was so incredibly good. As far as at the beginning of your FC, you put a +1 counter on each creature you control, and you untap those creatures. That does not seem like 5 mana should do it. That should be more like a 7. Yet we're doing it for 5. That is an incredible card. I can see that being in Boros Nuke. Anything we put out a lot of tokens, absolutely, that's what you want to do. The other one that was really good was Virtual Persistence, other than the fact that, because, you know, it keeps bringing a creature back from the graveyard to the battlefield under your control from a graveyard, which is fantastic. It costs 7, but yeah, we could not keep this out. People would do anything they could to kill Virtue of Persistence. It just didn't make it. I bet you this is going to be a great card. You just got to play against the right decks that aren't going to have the ability to remove it. The other problem is at 7, it is hard to get to, but still, man, these 2 adventure cards are fantastic. The other one I really liked was the Stroke of Midnight. Destroy target non-land permanent for 3. Yep, I'm there. Give them a 1/1. Yep, I'm cool with that, man. Take your human. I don't care. Who else? I didn't see this one get played at all. I guess that's an old one. So yeah, we got to see all of the new WoW cards come to play. They were fantastic. They did a fantastic job. Yeah, the deck did very well otherwise. You know, it got a 64% win rate, so it was a good deck. So let's go ahead and talk it out. Who was the MVP of this deck there? Let's take a quick look. Which is the one I was most looking forward to? It's probably Edgar Groomed, Charm Groom. Reason why is because this guy, he's got so much value in him. As long as he doesn't get exiled, you know, he's a great blocker, and then he starts putting out all those lifelinky babies there, and then comes back on his own, gives them all pluses and everything. No, I mean, he keeps the cycle going and is fantastic. Trying to think who else. I mean, I put out Elspeth, wasn't Elspeth. It was the other one I thought. Yeah, Archangel Elspeth. That one, someone just gave up when they saw her. I don't know why. I don't think she's that great. But that was pretty decent. I got to say, Virtue of Loyalty. I was so looking forward to that one. Just because of the effect. Just we need to be able to keep enough creatures out to be able to make them all get pumped. Sometimes we're getting board wiped. That was nasty. I don't know, man. All right, so my MVP is Edgar. You're going to Disneyland, Edgar. All right, was this deck competitive? Yeah, it was competitive. 64%. That is a decent deck. You know, just from the feel of it, I kind of felt like aggro was going to kick my butt. I don't think I was good against the aggro. I don't think I played against any aggro. I mean, not really. So I don't really think, I'm not sure this is a ranking deck, but casual competitive, absolutely. You're playing like multiplayer where you got the time, man, yeah, the Sunfall, the Farewells, that's going to clear the board and allow you to keep on coming. And you got a lot of cards that keep regurgitating creatures out, you know, one right after another, even though you just cleared the board. Perfectly good. All right, was this deck fun to play? Yeah, it was pretty fun. I didn't really like how I didn't really have a lot to do the first couple of turns. That happened frequently. And we got a lot of stuff in the, you know, actually, these are all 2. I mean, we got nothing that you play for 1. Absolutely nothing. And then, yeah, you might get a couple of 2s, but it's like even then it might be Rite of Oblivion or Sheoldred Edric. You know, there's a lot of things that's just creature removal in here. And like you can't even play this until you get something else out, some sort of non-land permanent you can throw away. So there's a lot of things going on that you can't do at turn 2, which means you're really waiting for turn 3 to do something. And we really don't even have any creatures to put out. It's when Announcement starts putting out chumps. This is pretty much a chump. You know, you're kind of desperate for creatures. I kind of feel like this deck needs something else that's a little bit more creaturey early on. Just because you got nothing going on for like the first 2 or 3 rounds. It's rough, which is why I think that this deck would be really susceptible to aggro. All right, but anyways, once you get past that, you start getting into later game. Luckily, you got like Sunfall and wasn't there a cheaper one? Doesn't look like it. Looks like a Sunfall at 5 to pretty much restart the game and let you actually get everything else going on. But Virtual Loyalty and Virtue of Persistence, yeah, those were fantastic cards. Fantastic. All right, was this deck interesting? Yeah, absolutely. We got some brand new cards in there. We got to use them a bunch. That's surprising. There's only one of each of those in there. Yeah, I felt like I was getting these things like all the time. I don't know how that worked out. Man, I would power pack those things. These things are fantastic. And they're not legendary. I don't know, man. Absolutely. I'd put at least 2 of at least 2 of this, possibly 3 of that, and cut it back a little bit on the other ones there. Yeah, it was a good learn. It was very interesting learning about the new deck, the new cards. I think they did a great job. I think we got a good chance. We got a good opportunity to see them in play. All right, so let's add this up. This deck was casual competitive, so half check. It was good from mid-game on, so half check for fun. And interesting, a few new cards. It's not a new synergy make, but still, I'll give it a half check for interest. Altogether, I'm going to give this deck an A-. It was definitely worth playing. It's, if you've already got all the cards from the old sets and you're looking to play something that has a little bit of new WoW cards in there, yeah, this was definitely a good, fun game or deck to play with. And you'll get a chance to do something kind of interesting, kind of new. So totes, man, A-. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.